The Denver Broncos.
For Denver.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant...
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. That decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On 2nd and 9, Carr.
And he's caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He was 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation.
Oh, a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Callahan. And this one will be brought back to the 22. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball in the backfield.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Gain of 14.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They look to throw. It's Locke. This is the tight end fan.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 36.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball out of the backfield and move the sticks.
He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Game at 7. Daniel Carlson.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. K.J. Hamler returning it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Lock now on first down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lock going to hand it off here to Gordon. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Now this defense very accustomed to trying to stop Melvin Gordon. It's the same division, the AFC West, but a different uniform for Gordon, spending 5 years with the Chargers before joining these Broncos in the offseason. On 2nd and 9, Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Now Locke. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Never takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Corey Littleton providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Line of scrimmage.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos will add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Hamler now to return it. Now in 3 series, he's past the 30.
KJ Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He was brought down by...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
Complete to Albert.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Denver.
Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And down right around the 37. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Jacobs now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Justin Simmons.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Now Carr. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
The tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Johnson. A gain of a yard on the play.
Now Carr.
3rd and 4.
He'll get this one complete to Davis.
Carr's pass.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the count?
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make the play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Jarrell Casey. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. Able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Complete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
For the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Judy. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. This is Fant on the short completion. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this time will be intercepted. A.J. Bouye with a pick. as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Locke working out of the gun. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Raiders 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
That's good.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards.
10 at the 29-yard.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. It's by the rookie Michael Ojemudia. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll fire one downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown, Denver.
1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of weird. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And it's off the mark. Incomplete. Philip Lindsey, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Broncos 52, Raiders 21.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hamler now to return it. A good-looking return set up here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Gets it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates